Well, the next step in building this guitar is to install the kerfed liner. The kerfed liner has cuts all in it so that it can bend, and it can bend in a tight area. It provides the gluing surface for the top to be able to be glued to the sides. Otherwise, you would only have a piece about less than 1/8 of an inch thick, usually about 3/32 thick to glue to. So you put in the kerfed liner and bend it into the shape of the guitar to provide that gluing surface. So I'll show you how this is done. For the sake of time, I've sped the process up in the video so that you see this whole process. First of all, it's a matter of bending the kerfed liner in place and dry fitting it. Then, after it is cut off to the length you need from the butt block to the neck block, then you'll go back and do the gluing and I usually use a tight bond glue. Now, I usually spread it on the back side of the kerfed liner, and then I begin feeding from the butt block to the neck block. And as I'm going, I'm keeping it under tension, and then I'm putting a clamp. I usually set the clamp with 4 teeth showing and then a clamp, 4 teeth showing and then a clamp, all the way around, and that gives a pretty even squeeze on the material so that the glue can kind of settle into place. And while it's in this place, I will clean up the glue that has dripped and squeezed out at the top. See the drips there? Now that the drips are being wiped out, you won't be able to see that. Now, I'm a stickler about things like this, probably a little bit on the anal side, because I like to have clean joints. And it's not that it would affect the sound that much, but I just like the looks of it better. Well, now that the thing is cleaned up, I'll go back and install the clamps on the middle tooth between each one of those clamps that I'd placed in before, just to get an even press into the glue. Now, this does a good job and gets a good even press of the glue. Now I'm going to take the camera around and let you see what it looks like real quick with everything all glued. Now all we've got to do is start gluing the other side, installing the kerfed liner. Again, we'll go back, we'll dry fit it and mark it. Once it's marked, then we'll take it over and cut it. Once it's cut, we come back and we add the glue to the back side of the kerfed liner, just as we did before, and smooth it out so that it's kind of flat across there. Then we begin at the butt block and install the kerfed liner around. It will fit fairly tight, and it broke at one point, so I'm going to the middle to place a couple of clamps, but now I'm going back to the back and doing the same pattern where I leave 3 teeth in between and going around the side of the instrument, installing the clamps. After this is done, then we'll go back and install the middle clamps after we've cleaned it. Now, I do want to clean it real good, because the cleaning is part of what makes the whole job look so good when you're done. So I'm cleaning up the excess glue with a damp rag, and it wipes right off and cleans up really nice. And now we'll go back and put the clamps in between on that middle tooth of the 3 that we have spaced each time. And that's pretty much the whole process of putting the kerfed liner on a whole side of the guitar. It will have to be repeated on the other side, of course, but you get the idea. And here is the final product of one side of the liner.